Welcome, Zvara here. I'm here to take you through a quick practice, really focusing on the core. Today is going to be prop-free, so if all you have is a yoga mat and maybe not even a yoga mat at home, you'll be able to go through this easy practice scot-free. And so I just like to remind you of the importance of the core. Core work is not separate of things that we engage in during the day, but rather incorporated into everything that we do. I want you to try to steer clear of core work that is deemed on your back, and really be careful of making sure that you're in neutral. So really focusing on stability before mobility. Speed should never be something that we focus on more than stability, more than actually feeling muscles inside our body assist in the action. Now, if our core isn't strong enough, we will use neighboring muscles that surround the core to get the job done. So whether or not we're actively in the movement or being productive in the movement, we need to really make sure we draw that fine line between doing the movement and actually being in the movement and in the posture with the right muscle groups. So remembering at the pelvic floor, so anal sphincter, perineum, urethra, we're feeling that upward contraction. Now eventually that becomes automatic. And also the transversus. I think of it as a tube top around the waistline. It creates what's called intra-abdominal pressure. So we feel that contraction inside our core, and that contraction is what stabilizes the torso. It's not a sucking in, it's not a really drawing or hollowing in the belly. That's going to be pranayama and abdominal practices that are going to be more sedentary, more not necessarily actually in an asana. So really paying attention to that internal support. Like I would come through the camera and pop you right in the stomach, your core would contract. So a boxer really understands this principle because he has to be ready at all times for that one big blow into his stomach. He's not pushing out, he's also not sucking in. He's creating that nice stability point or co-contracting right where he is. So I really want you to think about those elements and those principles, and I'll guide you along the way through the next couple of movements. Let's begin in tabletop position. We'll start with a few rounds of cat-cow just to get some energy flowing in the body. Rolling the toes under, drop the abdomen, turn the sit bones open. Now let your heart pull forward and traction your hands back on the mat. Gently look up under the eyelids. Exhale, round the spine, lean towards your heels, and really tuck your tailbone between the legs. Exaggerate the movement. Inhale, folds of the elbows, stay forward. And exhale, round the spine and lean towards the heels. Inhale. And exhale, breathe. Inhale, press away from the floor so you're not sinking into your shoulders. Exhale, round the spine, and really try to create space between your lower back and your sacrum. 2 more times. Inhale, feeling a stretch from your sternum to your pubis bone, and exhale, round. Last time, inhale. Do it with a smile. Exhale, round the spine. And then inhale, come up to a tabletop. Awesome, let's step back into plank. So once you have neutral pelvis, it's not that we're flattening the back, we're just bringing our natural curve into play and emphasizing it. Step back 1 foot at a time into a plank position. Turn the folds of the elbows forward without hunching or dropping. Try to find a nice neutral shoulder. Now engage your thighs, remember that pelvic floor, and resist against gravity using what feels like your front belly muscles, but it's really that hooper transversus. Breathe. We're lengthening through the heels, draw through the crown of the head, and really create some nice resistance here again against that gravity. Inhale through the nose, and exhale, breathe out. Inhale, 4. It's okay if you have that little quiver, your knees are always there if you need them. 3, focus on quality, not just trying to do the pose. 2, and 1, knees go down, press your hips as far back as they can go onto your heels. Arms reach forward, forehead towards the floor. Now remember, our lower back attaches into the inside arm bone. So that latissimus dorsi is coming from our sacral fascia and alongside our body and actually coming and attaching on our upper arm bone. So when you reach your arms forward and press your hips back, what your teacher is really trying to say is stretch your back muscles. Inhale through the nose and exhale. Inhale, rise up into a tabletop. Awesome job. Again, neutral spine, nice long body. Step back into plank 1 foot at a time. Now downward facing dog, keeping the folds of the elbows forward, press through your thumb and pointer finger and move the hips back. Step the feet about hips distance. Now if our hamstrings are tight, we tend to have this really kind of upside down U down dog pose. Bend your knees to get more length in your spine. Really focus again on what feels like a belly hollowing, but it's really that deep transversus moving your spine back. Nice. Inhale through the nose, relax the head. Exhale through the nose if you'd like to. Alternate bending each knee and reaching each heel for a walk the dog. Try to limit the amount of crazy hips and really try to keep your hips stable right now to help reset the sacrum. Breathe. Again, inhale, knees to the mat. Exhale, sit back to your heels. Just 2 breaths. Arms reach forward, shoulders draw back. Let your hips again press and wiggle back towards your heels. Inhale, coast forward, nose, chin, and chest. Lengthen out onto your belly on the floor. Hovering cobra, focusing on our core and our lower back, assisting to lift us rather than thrusting with your hands. Inhale, lengthen through your toes and through the crown of your head. Let's lift up, and then hands come up to the shoulders. Draw your arms back so you're feeling the erectors or the muscles down each side of the spine actually activate. If you feel like your rib cage is kind of caught on the floor, just lift your rib cage forward a little bit and then come up. Inhale through the nose, no need to jar the chin forward. Exhale through the nose, keep the length through the back of the neck. Nice, now arms come out like an airplane. Lift through the tops of the hands. If you can, look each direction and make sure your wrists are actually extended outside your shoulders. When the arms go back, we may feel like we can lift higher, but we're totally eliminating that need to work through our kyphosis. So really trying to strengthen and tone the muscles of the upper back. Inhale, legs stay planted. Exhale, big toes ground into the floor. Let's go 4. Keep breathing. 3. Chin stays down. 2. And 1. Hands come in. Exhale, nose to the floor. Inhale, roll the toes under. Let's move through modified plank. So lifting the pelvis and belly. Press up into somewhat of a table. Downward facing dog, exhale. All right, let's start to get moving here. Left leg rises. So open the hip and try to keep the weight even on the arms and shoulders. Press through the arms and nice focus here on the base hamstring. As you come forward, knee is going to come into the sternum. And you're going to twist at your natural waistline. So turn actually at the natural waistline and lift through the inside of the thigh and the leg. So you're feeling external oblique. Stay in plank. And then inhale, unwind, up and open. Nice. Exhale, come forward. You're twisting at the waistline. And inhale, up and open. Exhale, forward. And inhale, up and open. Now remember that pelvic floor. Otherwise, the groin is going to do all the work for you. Notice how I'm pivoting slightly on the ball of my back foot to help my waistline turn. And inhale, up and open. Exhale. And inhale, up and open. Exhale, and inhale up and open. Exhale, and inhale up and open. Last one, exhale, and inhale up and open. And then foot drops to the floor. Knees to the mat, sit back, Bhattasana, forehead to the floor. If you'd like to, as you sit back, just take a moment and wiggle your hips side to side. And just try to move your sitting bones deeper into your glute tissue. If you'd like to turn your palms up and really rotate from the shoulder to broaden your upper back even more. Inhale, hands to the floor, rise into tabletop, roll the toes under. Now when you push into down dog, most of us just use our arm power. I want you to think about a nice deep core contraction, moving your hips and floating back. Really think about the language that you're using. So inhale, exhale, float yourself back. Right leg rises, inhale, let the hip open. And now exhale, come forward, knee into sternum. Now you're going to turn your waistline so the focus again is that outer oblique. unwind your body. Inhale, leg comes up and open. And then exhale, forward, doing 10. Inhale, up and open. Nice job. Exhale, forward. This is 3. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. So this is halfway. Inhale. Exhale. Really think about transmitting your core energy into your limbs. Try to stay floating. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Turn at the natural waistline and lift the inside of the leg. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. Nice job. Exhale. Inhale up. Great work. Exhale, foot comes down, knees come down again. Sit back to your heels. Reach the arms forward if your shoulders need a break. Arms by your sides, palms up. Inhale, roll your body up. Great job. Let's come back into a tabletop. So as you come into a tabletop position, fingertips nice and wide, fold to the elbows, turn forward. Now when you do that, what you might find is that the palm cups when you try to rotate the arm bone. For most of us, our bodies aren't used to working this way, so we really have to retrain our muscles of our shoulders to help adjust the muscles of our wrists and hands. So these little things matter. Right now your hands are acting like your feet. So are your feet going to curl and just kind of grip the mat and you're just going to deal with it? Or are you going to try to actually figure out, okay, what should I actually be doing to balance even more intently? Same thing with the hands. I have wrist pain. So how do I adjust my body? Maybe there's something that I'm not doing right in order to alleviate that wrist pain. All right, so let's step back, plank position. Planks are such a great way to help work the transverses as long as we're feeling like we can actually conduct and move through plank effectively. You can work on your forearms in forearm plank for this one for double knee drop. Body doesn't move except for the knees. Exhale, knees lower. Really resist against gravity with that deep transversus and rectus muscle. And then inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, lower pelvic floor surges and inhale. Exhale, breathe. And inhale, straighten. Exhale, lower. And inhale, straighten. Keep breathing. As we get tired, we tend to sag the head and shoulders. Exhale, lower. And inhale, lift. Exhale, 4. Keep breathing. Inhale, lift. Stay consistent. Exhale, 3. And inhale. Exhale, 2. You're doing great. Inhale. And last one, exhale, down. And inhale, lift. Down dog. Exhale. Knees to the mat, sit back on your heels, Bakasana. Inhale, roll yourself up, sitting nice and tall. Let's turn forward. So you're going to face the length of your mat. Now if you have some knee issues, fold the mat or grab a couple towels and kneel onto the towel so you have that little bit extra cushion. All right, so we're in pelvic neutral. So that means pubis bone and hip bones are parallel towards me on your mirror right now. See if you can create so much of an internal contraction towards the midline of the body. Remember, we're not sucking in. And pelvic floor, that when you shift your weight to your right leg, you're not teeter-tottering over, okay? You're effectively trying to use that oblique to help stabilize the body. You will also feel right lower glute also help with balance. So let's extend out left leg. Nice. Toes turn forward. So I'm using the front edge of the mat. It's straight. I don't have to question my judgment. And toes are going to turn forward for a little bit of ankle work. Open through the hip. So we're exposing the groin to a slightly lengthened position. Now gathering up on all that inner belly strength, let's bring the hands to prayer at the heart center. Or you can grab opposite arms for a little bit of genie style. I'm going to work with genie style. Inhale through the nose. Let's tip to the right. So inhale. I'm not pushing my booty back. I'm lengthening sideways. So if I touch my waist, absolutely, I can tell my obliques and my rectus and core are working. As I exhale, I'm bringing myself up as though someone is grabbing hold of a rope around my waistline. Inhale. So you're here if you're at prayer, exhale, or you're here if you're at genie style. Inhale and exhale. If you've recently had a baby, or you notice and you know that you have some pelvic floor issues, you may be feeling pressure down on the pelvic floor. Another good awareness point that you need to think about cupping up on that contraction. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, back foot stays down, exhale. Here we're at 5, so inhale and exhale. Speed does not mean you're effective. Inhale, I want you to move at a pace that you feel like you can actually feel the muscles turn on in your core. Exhale. Nice. Inhale, elbows stay lifted. And exhale, 2 more. Inhale and exhale. Why are we lifting on the exhale? Because I really want you to feel the strength lift you up as you exhale. Nice job. Arms open, relax your shoulders. Let's tip to the right. So right hand comes down. Fold of the elbow turns in line with the middle finger. Now, not all bodies are created equal. Maybe you have short arms. I have long arms. So the floor and me work really well together. You may need to stick a block under you or even your fist onto the floor so you feel more upright. Without sitting into the groin of the right leg, open your body. Again, fold of the elbow is forward towards your middle finger. Top hand is on the hip. Let's flex the extended foot. Inside of the foot and leg are parallel with the floor. So we're really focusing on outer right T-band and glute. Let's lift the leg and then slowly lower down. Exhale, pelvic floor contracts. Inhale. Exhale, core surges. Nice. Inhale. Notice how my toes are not turning up to the floor. This is not Pilates. We're really trying to regain neutral alignment. Inhale, lift, and exhale, lower. My upper body is non-reactive, meaning when the leg goes up, I don't drop towards the floor. So this is really focusing on hip stability and also what's inside the hips, so pelvic floor. Nice. If you need to, roll the back toes under. Lift and down. Inhale, lift and down. 3 more. Inhale, 3 and exhale, pelvic floor. You have to think about it. Tell yourself. Last one, lift and then lower. Now we're going to lift and we're going to come up. Control, little tiny pulses. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, steady, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower the foot down, exhale. Inhale, bring your bottom arm up, you're sideways. Exhale, pick yourself back up. Hands to the waistline, still about balance. Bring the leg in slow. And back to neutral. Nice, let's try the opposite side. So I'm engaging, shifting my body weight, and slowly extending the leg out to the side. Now turn the toes forward. Again, I'm opening my pelvis. Each side is not created equal. If you need padding on this knee and not the other, don't get upset with yourself. Honor your body. That's why you're in this practice today, right? All right, genie style or prayer, keeping the openness of the body. Think about where you're trying to work. If we can recircuit the mind and the body together with what's called our proprioceptors, basically our feelers inside our body, we're going to be able to have a more successful workout. All right, inhale, we're tipping. And exhale, contracting. Now, if I'm not able to access my pelvic floor and that deep transversus circuit, I'm going to feel my groin trying to pull me up and down. Don't get frustrated. It's a good awareness point. You're recognizing that that does not belong. Nice. Inhale, tip. I'm not breathing into my lower belly. Exhale. I'm trying to breathe into my rib cage. Inhale, and then exhale, coming back up. Nice. Inhale, and exhale, coming back up. 5 more. Inhale. And exhale, keep the top hip slightly rolling forward. Inhale, and exhale. Nice. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, 2. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale, we're gonna come and tip. Inhale, tip, hand to the floor. You're bringing body weight. Notice how I'm shifting. My shoulder now is above my wrist. Fingertips are forward again. Grab a block if you need to. Top hand to the hip. Roll your body open, flex the foot, really important. It'll help charge the leg. Inhale, lift, and exhale down. Inhale, lift, exhale, pelvic floor. We're feeling this line inside our body. It's our energy moving up towards the crown. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, keep breathing, exhale. Notice how I'm not moving fast. It's consistent. That's the key. It's the key to life, isn't it? Inhale, and exhale. 4 more. Inhale, 4, and down. 3, and down. Keep breathing. 2, and down. Last one, then we're gonna pump. Lift, And let's go 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nice. Leg goes down. Inhale. Lift the arms. Exhale. Pick yourself up. Balance challenge. Bring the leg in slow. Great job. Roll the toes under. I'm going to turn sideways so you can see me. Let's move into standing forward bend. Set your feet parallel, and they can be hips distance. Little bend in the knees, no. Now I know a lot of times we're told keep the legs straight and bring yourself in. But if you're someone that has tight hamstrings and tight lumbar fascia, we're going to find that this is where you're at then. The legs are restricting and inhibiting your body to be able to come in. So if you just give a slight bend to the knees, you're still getting the hamstring stretch. But now your body is able to release, and you're not hanging in the mid-spine. You're actually moving from the hip and avoiding all those lumbar issues that we're cautioned about day after day. Elbows flare wide, shoulders are up away from the neck. As you exhale and bring yourself in, your belly is coming towards your thighs, then your chest, your head just dangles and follows. So if you feel like you're the watermelon person in the abdomen area, bend your knees until your belly and your thighs come towards each other. Now lean forward onto the balls of the feet so the hips come forward over the heels, a little bit more hamstring activation. Inhale, lengthen the legs, contract the thigh muscles to protect the knees. Arms extend. Now I'm going to have you round out the body. Tailbone draws through between the legs. Belly hollows itself, chin draws in. Let's really open the spine. I'm resisting, I'm holding on with my legs, with my hands, chin draws in. So really opening up the spine, almost like a chick lick packet. Bend your knees, inhale, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, hug your sit bones, and spread your vertebrae. Inhale, bend your knees, arch the back, but keep the support of the core. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, shoulders move back, belly is supported, chest is open. Exhale, round and breathe. Inhale, and exhale, keep going. Inhale, don't be afraid to press against your shins, to open your chest, and then to resist against your legs. Arms are strong as you round. 2 more, inhale, and exhale. Last one, inhale, and exhale. Bend your knees, inhale, roll yourself up. Arms come up overhead. Let your hips move forward as you gently lean back. Exhale, hands to namaste. Come to the center of your mat. We'll take 3 closing breaths. Really ground through the feet, spread the toes. Neutral the pelvis and feel alive in your 3rd chakra. So really thinking about our identity center. As you leave today, think about what's empowering to you. What makes you feel alive and full consciousness in your body. Hold that in your heart center. Inhale, arms come up. Gentle hips forward as you look up. Exhale, hands to heart, all that you need. Inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale. And exhale. I want to thank you for joining me today. For more information, visit my website at hopezvara.com. I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to post a comment or a question in regards to this video or other concerns that you might have. Take one step forward into a new day. Namaste.